Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Nerd Dog Reviews. Netflix's newest film is I Care a Lot. It's just dropped on the streaming service, I've seen it, and I'm here to tell you what's what. The film stars Rosamund Pike as Marla, a ruthless caregiver who uses the court systems to scam elderly folks out of their hard-earned cash. Using her circle of accomplices, she tricks the courts into ruling that these old people she targets are no longer able to care for themselves. The courts assign her as a legal guardian, and she immediately ships their wrinkled bottoms to an assisted living facility, sells off all their belongings, and makes a fortune in the process. But when she chooses the wrong target, a woman with close ties to some very dangerous people, her entire operation and her life are put at risk. This is a cynical and pessimistic movie. Seriously, one of the opening lines is Marla saying through a voiceover that there are no good people. And while I don't think that's true, it's certainly true for this movie. We don't get a single good or moral character. There's really nobody to root for because everybody is pretty awful. But you know what? It somehow works. This is a really great movie. In fact, this is definitely the best film Rosamund Pike has starred in since the last film where she played a psychotic and spiteful woman with a sinister plan.
To fake a convincing murder, you have to have discipline. You befriend a local idiot.
This film does a terrific job of taking you into the racket and showing you exactly how the scam is carried out. We see Marla tracking and studying different old people within the range of her hunting ground. Like a lioness, she singles out the ones that look the weakest and will yield the largest return, and she pounces. Their faces are hung in her office, tacked to the drywall, and shuffled through like a deck of cards to get a winning hand. And as we watch her tear these people's lives apart, we see how truly evil and heartless she is. The title of the film is perfect, I Care a Lot. It's fitting that the title itself is a declaration from Marla, insisting that she's a good or at least a caring person. Her scripted mantra that she repeats to the courts over and over again is about how much she cares. Caring is my job, she'll say, when in reality there is almost nothing that Marla cares about besides herself. Opposite Marla, we have Peter Dinklage. He's mostly known as a man who drinks and knows things.
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
But in this movie, he's known as Roman, a powerful mobster who sets his sights on Marla and her crew. He may not be a tall man, but Peter Dinklage knows how to play an imposing figure. He delivers his lines with a calm and distilled confidence, and you know what? I believe he's killed people. Roman and Marla find themselves at odds with one another simply because their individual schemes collided, and now they are in each other's way. But they are so much alike. They are just two terrible, awful people that are both determined to win, and they'll do whatever it takes to make sure that they win. Despite the dark and negative nature of this story and its characters, the film plays out with a light-hearted energy that really keeps it fun and engaging. There's dark humor sprinkled throughout, and that humor melds perfectly with the darker elements. This movie is at its best, in my opinion, when the two opposing sides share the screen. Whether it's Roman or his equally conniving lawyer, their one-on-one interactions with Marla are when we get to see the true sides of the rivals at opposite ends of this conflict. This is a movie that you should definitely give a watch. Don't just add it to your queue and leave it there with the hundreds of other movies and shows that you'll never get to. Great performances, a wicked sense of humor, and serious tension make this one a fun watch worth 2 hours of your time. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments what you thought. I'd love to talk about it. I'm Joshua Ryan, and I'll catch you next time.